a defensive defenseman.
On left wing, number 23, Bob Gainey.
Soviet coaches have called him the best all-round player in the world. Bob Gainey of the Montreal Canadiens.
On the right wing, number 29, Ron Duguay.
One of the big surprises in the Team Canada camp, people asked why was Ron Duguay invited. He showed them why he was invited during camp.
Center ice, number 91, Butch Goring.
What a Stanley Cup Butch Goring has. The Islanders repeated in 1981. Well, we're set to go now. The opening of Team Canada's defense of the Canada Cup. The referee for the hockey game will be Vladimir Schubert of Czechoslovakia, the linesman Kevin Collins of the United States, and Alexander Fedotov of the Soviet Union. Goring facing off against Hagman at center ice from the face-off. Puck is cleared back to the blue line, and we're underway. I'm Ron Roosh along with Tom Watt with the play-by-play of tonight's game. Puck cleared deep inside the Finland zone. Hard check thrown on level there by Duguay. The puck comes out over the blue line. At center ice, Engblom having trouble. The puck is relayed to Hagman. Hagman clears it rink wide. Curry over the line. He's checked by Robinson. Inside the blue line, it's bounced out by Goring. Gainey, Goring again. And moving up on the play is Silton. And back in over the line now and offside. Breaking too quickly on the far side was Jari Kurri, and it's called for a face-off. And Team Canada will be making its first change, something I think we should expect as the Gillies, Bossy, Trottier line comes out. Ryan Trottier centering the line, came into training camp bothered by a shoulder injury, but has improved steadily through the injury. The puck in over the line. There's a quick shot on Liout as he faces the first shot of the game, and it's steered into the corner. That shot taken by Kettula. The puck is out at center ice now. Rink wide pass tipped over to Gillies. He's in over the line. Trottier trailing on the play out to Beck at the point. He shoots it into the corner now. Out in front, intended for Trottier, and it's intercepted. And Finland coming back with Javanianen. Out over center ice now, down over the line. Turning with it is Kettula. Kettula clearing it in front. Gillies is right there, and he clears it right onto the stick of Kettula, the veteran. Puck is cleared behind the net. Into the corner it goes for Potvin. Potvin clearing it out to center ice. Back at his own blue line, Ratsakallio of the Calgary Flames. In against the boards, checking very, very close right now as here comes Perreault along with Gretzky in over the line. Perreault into the corner, clears it behind the net for Gretzky. It's not the place you want to see Gretzky if you're an opponent, but the puck clears to an open wing and out into the center ice area. Cutting back into his own zone is Craig Hartsburg. Hartsburg is checked on the play by Porvari to the far side for Lafleur. Lafleur at center ice for Perreault, and that one was intercepted. The puck is backhanded in again, gloved by Liout. Behind the net for Hartsburg. Hartsburg into the corner on this side is taken by Bork. Shot on Liout. Trapped in front of the net by Raymond Bourque of the Boston Bruins. Out at center ice, it's Lafleur trailing on the play. He's down over the line. Stops up against the boards in front for Perreault. Perreault cutting through the backhand shot. Is scooped up off the ice by Marcus Matson. Fine save by Matson on the first shot by Team Canada.
Well, this is what all the fans have been waiting for. Here we see Lafleur breaking over that line. Makes that quick turn that he's famous for. Looking for the players coming late. Tries to tip it through to Gretzky. And Perreault just dances through and his backhand is picked off by Matson.
Good save by Marcus Matson. And Team Canada will make a defensive change as Brian Engblom comes out to join Robinson. The Gretzky line remains there. What a dream line. Gretzky, Perreault out of position on left wing. Guy Lafleur on the right wing. And it's Team Finland at center ice. The puck is cleared down over the line for Porvari. He gets it in front of the net. Liout is right there, and he holds it for the face-off. Mike Liout, tremendous year he had for the St. Louis Blues, certainly in running for the most valuable player in the National Hockey League, the award that was won for the second straight year by the fellow who's about to take the draw out there, Wayne Gretzky. Liout. Robinson starting out. Robinson to Perreault at center ice now. He's down over the line. Great move, but he just couldn't get past Ruotsalainen. Behind the net now. Lafleur going in there. Clear to the point for Engblom. He moves in, flips it behind the net. Out for Perreault with Lafleur parked in front. Perreault ducks back behind the net. Perreault out in front, and the puck is cleared off his skate and out to center ice. Down with a long shot, drifting wide of the net is QIWI against the boards now. And Perreault chasing it behind his own net. Perreault off the boards for Lafleur. Lafleur on the far boards. Lafleur trying to cut in front of his own net. It rolls to the side of the net. Now covering up is Engblom. Out in front, a blind pass. Quick shot blocked by the defense. And here comes Team Canada with Gretzky leading the way. Gretzky, number 99, down over the line. Gretzky winding up on the shot. A good save, rebound, and the puck is cleared away as Matson appeared to lose his balance on the shot. Leonin at center ice. Down over the line, the pass for QIWI. Behind the net, Bork picks it up. He is hooked from behind by Sebon. Against the boards on the far side. Flipped out to center ice by Gare. Down over the line. Cleared over to the boards on this side now. Siltanen getting it out to center ice where it's intercepted. Cleared down to the line again. Racing after it is Dion. Dion behind the net. Into the corner it goes. Gare, he's checked on the play. Siltanen's there. Checked by Gare. Gare's got a man in front, and Dion couldn't reach that puck as it was deflected off a stick, and it's out to center ice. After it out there is Hartsburg. Hartsburg working with Bork on the blue line right now for Team Canada. Out to center ice for Gare. Gare trying to clear it rink wide. It's intercepted by Siltanen. Then checked away, and Hartsburg backhands it into the finish zone. Now down over the line, the quick shot on Laiut. He gloves it easily from a long way out. It's cleared around behind the net as Bork is there. Off the boards, out at center ice. Bringing it right back in is Nummelen. Nummelen checked. There's the shot. It's blocked by Hartsburg. Nummelen again. Against the boards, Arbelius into the corner for Hagman. They jam in there. Corey holding it in there along with Hartsburg, and it's held for a face-off. No score in the hockey game. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. Face off to the left of Mike Laiut. Hagman facing off, taking the draw against Goring is from behind the net now. It's Barry Beck. Beck caught Van off the board, scoring at center ice. Goring trying to clear it ahead as Duguay was breaking on the play, but it was stopped up against the boards. Now it's cleared over the line. Curry coming in. He tried to backhand a pass to Cincelo. That failed to work. Now in the corner again. Hagman checked on the play by Goring. Beck behind the net. Pass that went right by Potvin. Laiut along the boards intended for Gainey. He has to come back for it. Puck is out at the point now. Nummelen clearing it around the boards to the far corner. Potvin. Duguay firing it off the boards and back out at center ice. Nummelen cutting back behind his own net. Nummelen as Goring's in for checking. Gainey's in there as well. He moves in on Nummelen, but the puck is cleared out to center ice. Coming to the line, it's Cincelo. He's checked. Now Gainey on the left side. There's it rink wide. Nobody there. Hagman is back now. Hagman turning with it. Hagman flipping it to the line. Potvin at center ice. Clear to the far side. On the fly down over the line. Now it's Bossy, and he shot it just wide. Now moving in is Robinson. Bounces it towards Bossy in the corner. Bossy, Gillies, and Trottier out there. Trottier in against the boards. Robinson in front for Bossy. Bossy hooks it in front. Out in front is shot. Great diving attempt by Trottier. And the puck now is clear to the far boards. Out at center ice. Cleared off the boards. Bossy racing in after it again. Bossy, the dangerous goal scorer. Gillies tied up on the play by Huikari. And it's back out at center ice. Cleared back down into the Team Finland zone. Matson out of his net. Clears it into the corner for Rutselianen. He clears it out to center ice. Now Bossy dropping it back into his own zone. Engblom for Perreault. Perreault with Lafleur and Gretzky now. Perreault makes a great move and clears it over the line. Back to Perreault, and it was tipped just behind him. Rutselianen at center ice. He's number 5. Clears it to the far side. Over the line. It's cleared back out to center ice. Gretzky instinctively reached back for it, but he couldn't control it. And it's called on the offside.
Well, there we see Guy Lafleur, and of course this line of Gretzky and Lafleur and Perreault, although Perreault playing out of position on left wing, are really giving a lot of spark to the attack of Team Canada. When you have 3 great players that can improvise the way they have, they're going to do things with the puck, and they're going to create the opportunities.
Well, they started out with a line of Gretzky, Lafleur, and Schutt. Perreault was moved in early in the training camp, out of position really at left wing, but what a job he's done, and people have been raving about the performance of Perreault in camp as he has seemed rejuvenated. He looks like the player that was a star for the Montreal Junior Canadiens when they were winning Memorial Cups in the late 60s. Puck is behind the net now. Taken and cleared straight ahead off the stick of Gretzky out to center ice where Siltanen has it. He clears it to the far side. It's out over center ice and down over the line for Kim Allen. Behind the net now. Ducking back there is Raymond Bourque. To the far side, Lafleur. Lafleur looking for that man to get the pass to. He gives it to Hartsburg. Hartsburg at center ice over the line. Middleton broke too quickly on the left side and is called for a face-off. 7:27 gone in the first period. No score in the hockey game. Canada versus Finland. If you just joined us, a 1-1 tie. Bit of a surprise in Winnipeg this afternoon as Czechoslovakia and the Soviet Union played to the draw. And here, earlier this afternoon at the Northlands Coliseum, the United States beat Sweden 3-1. Great performance by Tony Esposito in that game. Puck inside the blue line. Beck cutting in front of his own net. Now circling back as forechecking on the play is Sevon, number 18. Now Beck gets the return pass. Beck drops it back under pressure, and circling back is Potvin. Two New York defensemen, Rangers and Islanders. Here's Beck in the corner fighting for it against Nummelen. Nummelen jamming in there. Now the puck pops free, taken by Arbelius. Now Beck out over the blue line to center ice. Dion's got it. Dion over the line with Gare. Dion cutting in front, working to the slot. Now cuts to the far boards, drops it back to Potvin, into Middleton, to Gare. Gare has checked on the play. Yellenen's got it. Behind the net. Yellenen to the left boards, cuts back as the forechecking Team Canada forces Finland back. Now at center ice, it's Nummelen. Nummelen over the line. They clear it in front. It rolls off the stick of Yellenen. And here comes Team Canada. Goring at center ice. Canada changing quite often here. Goring is dumped as he hit the line by Timo Nummelen, the oldest member of the Finland team at age 33. Puck is cleared to an open ring. Now it is Duguay in front for Goring. Goring to the far boards. Clears it around behind the net. Duguay working to the far boards. Out to the point. It's intercepted. Trying to get by as Cincelo. He goes down. And against the boards. And it's called on a penalty, and Team Canada will be playing a man short. No score in the game. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. Brian Engblom off for hooking. 8:56 of the first period. Finland with his first power play attempt, and they'll send out their big line, a veteran line really for them, of Corey, Hagman, and Cincelo. Three forwards who have played quite often, but those who talked about that Soviet-Canada game on Saturday night raved about Team Canada penalty killing. They've got Goring, Gainey, Robinson out there along with Potvin. Levo from behind his own net, clearing it to the far boards. Siltanen is working on the power play as well. They keep their units together as much as possible, European style. Hagman with the puck now on the right side. Hagman dropping it to Curry, but he is checked by Gainey, and here's Goring. Coming right back out at center ice. Goring over for Gainey, tried to tip it over the line. It's intercepted by Levo, and going back now to get it is Cincelo. Cincelo to Siltanen. Siltanen now on this side for Levo. Levo can't get it out over the line. Duguay working in there along with Trottier now, and Duguay stick handling along the blue line, winds up with a shot. And the puck is blocked by Matson. He leaves it at the side of his net. Finland starting out from behind his own net. That is Kettela. He's checked on the play. Let's see what they could mean when they say that forechecking has been intense by Team Canada in penalty-killing situations. Duguay now out at center ice. Finland has not been able to get going here. Back in over the line for Robinson. Robinson working the blue line along with Potvin right now as Robinson flips it off a player's leg, gets it again. Robinson out over the blue line off the stick of Trottier. Team Canada making a change now as Bossy comes on the ice. Duguay comes to the bench along with Trottier, and Middleton's out there, and 20 seconds remaining in the power play for Finland as Middleton intercept. Middleton in over the line now, backhand pass for Bossy, then he shoots, and he shot it just wide on the rebound after Marcus Matson made the save. Here's another shot. Potvin with that one. In the corner it comes. Now here is Middleton back in over the line, stick handling as he works for the corner. Middleton behind the net, out in front as he stick handle past the defenseman. Now with the penalty expired for Finland, drilling into the far side is Rautakalli, a big hand for Team Canada's penalty killers. Perreault Along the boards for Bossy. Bossy in front of his own bench is pinned in there, and Perreault's got the puck. Over to the far side now. Team Canada organizing. Hartsburg, number 4, to the far side for Perreault. Perreault at center ice. Clear to an open wing. Now flipped into Team Canada territory, and back to get it will be Raymond Bourque. Bourque starting the rush. He's a fine rushing defenseman, but he is checked as he started out of his zone by Porvari. Now cleared out to the blue line. Kimolan and keeping it in, but now here comes Team Canada with Perreault on the rush. Perreault over the line. Perreault cutting in front. Over for Gretzky. Gretzky behind the net. Everybody's behind the net. Now Gretzky into the corner. He is checked on the play. Leonin inside his own zone. Clears it out. It hit a linesman. And is cleared down over the line. In Team Canada territory now. Bourque being checked. Now manages to get it to Lafleur. You hear the gee as Lafleur had trouble on the forechecking in front of his own net. Covering up his Bourque. He flips it out to center ice, and back to get it will be Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen dropping it off. That's Leonin. Clearing it down the ice. Back to get it will be Potvin. Potvin behind his own net. Icing is the call. And we'll have a face-off in Team Finland territory. No score in the hockey game. 7:36 left in the first period. Canada Cup 81. We'll continue in a moment. Ron Rush along with Tom Watt here at the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, Alberta for Team Canada's first game in defense of the Canada Cup. The puck is cleared to the blue lines, kept in by Bossy, flips it into the corner. Trottier dropping it back, intended for Bossy. It went off a stick. Arbelius has got it out at center ice for Sebon. Sebon back in over the line. The pass was behind the on-rushing forward. And there's going to be a penalty to Team Finland as the puck comes back into the Finnish zone. And Canada will have an opportunity to try its power play out.
Well, Arbelius got a stick right around the Team Canada man, just pulled his him right off. Here we see his stick coming around. Later on, put a stick over his head, pulled him right back and down. First penalty for Team Finland, and Team Canada gets the opportunity to get that power play, which was excellent the other night. And actually, the difference in the game against the Soviets was how well Team Canada played when they had the man advantage and how well they killed penalties against the Soviet Union.
2 minutes for hooking. The time, 12 minutes, 42 seconds.
There's the announcement, 12:42. Hooking to Arbelius. And Team Canada's power play with the face-off just inside the blue line. Gretzky, Bossy, talk about gunners. Middleton will get it out of the corner for you. Robinson and Dion on the point as Dion moves in, steals the puck. But it's cleared out by a very alert Pekka Ratakallio. Now Robinson cutting in front of his own net. Leads the rush for Canada. Ahead. Cleared over the line by Gretzky. Middleton is spun around as he went after that puck behind the net. Ratakallio, he's checked. Middleton is right on top of him. Bossy knocks it down. He's got Gretzky behind the net. Gets it over to him, but Gretzky couldn't knock it down. Back out to the blue line. Return pass. Gretzky out in front for Dion. He gets it. He shoots. And it went off Matson or a player in front of the net. And went wide. And the puck is pinned against the boards and held for a face-off.
Well, Wayne Gretzky threaded the needle with that pass. Robinson was very alert to keep the puck in at the blue line, rushing, fed it back to Gretzky. Gretzky threw it to the far point for Dion to move in, but just a sweet pass by Gretzky, just putting that puck across on Dion's stick.
1:26 remaining in the power play for Team Canada. 6:44 remaining in the period. The shots on goal even at 7 right now. Here in the first period of a scoreless game. Back to the blue line, Robinson. Robinson drops it in now for Perreault. Perreault looking for a man in front, looking for that point man if he can find him. It's back out to Robinson. Robinson positioned straight ahead, shot, and he blasted it right on. Now it's Dion. Dion trying to get it behind the net. It's clear to the point, past Lafleur and all the way down the ice. Liut out of his net. He leaves it for Robinson. Robinson deep in his own zone now. Ahead, it's Dion. Dion with a good move as he got by one checker. Hits the line. Dion working past another checker into the corner. Dion cutting in front, rolls it to Perreault, but he was checked just as he got the pass, and it's backhanded down the ice by Matty Hagman. Lafleur will go back. 42 seconds left in the power play. Dion ahead past Robinson. Robinson will circle back, gives to Perreault. Perreault stick handling by one man. Now here's Dion. Dion with a good move as he comes down the left board. Clears in front. It's deflected over to Gretzky. Gretzky with Perreault working the slot. Gretzky out in front. Perreault tipped it into the corner. Off the boards for Gretzky. Over to the far point, Lafleur. Lafleur in front. And Perreault couldn't reach that one as it was intercepted by Siltanen. Siltanen circling back with 10 seconds remaining in the power play. Team Canada makes the change. Trotier's out there along with Gillies and Bossy as the puck is cleared down into Team Canada territory. Bork from behind his own net. He's checked on the play. It's off the boards at center ice for Bossy to Gillies. Gillies over the line. And it rolled ahead of him, and Team Finland takes over once again. Potvin over to Bork, back to Potvin, who knocks it down neatly, gives to Trottier. Trottier's over the line to Bossy. Bossy shot! And he rifled that just wide. Now into the corner it goes. In against the boards. There's Bossy again. And a bouncing puck that is scooped up by Matson. He holds on for the face-off. 4:49 left in the first period. No score. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. There's Scotty Bowman. I know, Tom, you were impressed. We all have been impressed about the way he has organized practices and so on and running Team Canada 1981.
He's just doing a great job.
Never an idle moment during those practices. Everybody working hard. Here's Beck from the face-off. The shot is deflected up into the crowd. We'll have another face-off in Team Finland territory.
Well, you know, speaking of Scotty Bowman, you know, he coached the team in 1976 when they won the Canada Cup, and he went right from there to the Montreal Canadiens. Not too many people talked about the job he did then. He went right to the Montreal Canadiens. They set a record in the National Hockey League for the most points ever in a season and won the Stanley Cup, too. A lot of pressure on a man. He had a lot of great players, that's true, but he did a great job with them. Canada Cup and the Stanley Cup all in the same year.
From the face-off now, Duguay in the corner. Duguay out in front. Gainey was right there, but he couldn't pick it out of the air. The puck is cleared to the blue line, out to center ice. Here's a 2-on-1. Down over the line now. The shot that's wide of the net by Kettula. And off the backboards, gloved by Mike Liout, and he'll hold on for the face-off in Team Canada territory. And we have not had a lot of face-offs in this period. Face-off will be to Liout's left as Team Finland makes a change. And they have got Yellinen out there, who has signed with the Calgary Flames but will not report to the Flames until after next year's World Championship, which will be held in Helsinki, Finland. And there's a quick shot by Yellinen right off the top. You can see what Calgary saw in him. Puck is in the corner now. Gainey clearing it ahead. Here's Goring. Goring has straight ahead to Duguay off his skate. And it's back out to center ice. Here's Arbelius. Arbelius to the line. He missed a check there from Goring, and it's rolled in front of the net. Here's Numelin moving in. He's behind the net. He is slammed in against the boards by the very muscular Barry Beck. Goring at center ice with Perreault. Over to Duguay. Duguay shot right on the rebound. Came out right past both Goring and Perreault. Now behind the net. It's Sevon. Sevon along the board. Checking getting a little heavy right now. Team Finland out at center ice. Carrying the puck is Ratakallio. He gets it to the line. Engblom takes over, rolls it out to the blue line, picks it up himself, and feeds it ahead for Gretzky. Gretzky moving in after it. Middleton out of the player's box now, gets the pass from Robinson. Middleton to the line. Middleton cutting through. And he tried to get the shot away, but he was checked partially by Ratakallio. It's called for a face-off for interference. That'll be a penalty. Interference will be the call. And I believe it's going to go to Team Canada. No, it will not. It'll be Finland playing a man short. No score in the game. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
Well, Matty Hagman thought that he was really giving it injustice there, going into the corner, that Gretzky was tripped going in, and Matty Hagman in the box for the second Team Canada power play.
Well, they've got Trottier, Bossy, Gillies, Jan Robinson. Firepower out there now as Gillies takes the shot. It's right on. Batted in by Bossy. They score. Canada leading 1-0 as Bossy picked it right out of the air. Well, that's how you score 60 goals a year.
Well, of course, everybody knows how dangerous it is. Here it seems very innocent, just circling inside the line. The shot was just on, up in the air. Whoops, there we are, the little tip out of midair, Bossy. And, of course, anytime he's around the net. Here's Gillies just circling after the draw. Just puts that puck a little high. You like to have those shots a little lower from the point. But Bossy, no matter where that puck is, he's always dangerous. See another look at it again. Too high a little at the point, but there he is, whacking it out of midair. Team Canada going ahead 1-0.
Tom, that looked like a bit of a knuckleball. Matson didn't have it all the way, and that's why he gave up the rebound, which I'm sure he didn't want to do at that particular instance. Canada leading 1-0 on a power play goal. We'll get the announcement in just a moment. And an offside, and it'll be, of course, Bossy from Gillies and Trottier at 16:43 on the power play. Canada leading 1-0. They have outshot Finland now 11-7. Since we reported the shots a couple of minutes ago, when it was 7-7, Canada has outshot Finland 4-0. They've had the benefit of the power play. Now it's center ice. Cleared down to the line. Bork throws a check just at the line middle and picks up the loose puck. Backhands the pass off to the far side. Gare flips it down over the line. Dion is in there. Dion hammered off the boards. Kiamilainen shooting it out over center ice now, and down over the line comes Porvari. Porvari drops the pass, gets the return pass, and went through everybody's legs. Bork overskated it. Gare's got it. Gare out at center ice. That pass intercepted. Back in over the line now comes Huikari. There's a quick shot, and Liout makes his finest save of the night. He hasn't had a lot of tough work. And here's Dion cutting in front of his own net, bangs it off the boards for Perreault. Perreault at center ice as Team Canada changes on the fly. The puck deflected up into the crowd by Huikari, and it'll be called for a face-off. Canada leading 1-0. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. Face-off outside the blue line. Gretzky, Perreault, Lafleur. Line for Team Canada. From the face-off, Gretzky loses the draw, but it's back to Beck. Beck gets the pass off the boards. Beck with the puck now moving up slowly, then fed it down the ice. He was trying to lead Gretzky with that when it went all the way down behind the Team Finland net and is called on the icing. I think that's the first icing we've had in the period. Am I wrong in that, Tom?
Well, we haven't had too many stoppages at all. Very few icings, offside, stoppages in the play. Very little.
Kaleva Numminen, a coach who played 142 times in international play, which is a long time. That's one of two coaches, of course. Is that Numminen or is that Makinen? I think that may have been Makinen behind the bench. From the face-off, the puck is cleared out to center ice. It's chipped up into the seats and called for a face-off. So, 1:45 remaining in the period. Let's switch downstairs now to Bertie Pascal and a preview of our first intermission.
And Ron, in our first intermission, an interview with the youngest member of Team Canada, Wayne Gretzky. Highlights of Team USA over Sweden, and Eddie Westfall will have highlights of this game.
Gretzky in the corner, play back underway right in front, and Arrow had a golden opportunity but never got good wood on the puck as it cut him in front of the net. Now they work it into the slot, but there's nobody there. Puck is cleared out to center ice. Got in Porvari. Porvari against the boards. Lafleur. Lafleur cutting behind the net. Over for Potvin. He can't knock it down. Leoninen. Backhand shot. Gloved by Liout. That would have missed the net, but he stopped further attack by stopping that puck. And here's Perreault with that long lead pass from Lafleur. It's bounced out in front of that. Perreault battling for it inside the blue line. Taking over now is Finland as Kiamilainen shoots it out. Out in front of the Finn bench, it's pinned in there by Larry Robinson and held for a face-off. Well, there's the big bird, Larry Robinson, as they like to call him in Montreal. Playing very, very well right now. Larry, of course, who went overseas to play for Team Canada during the World Championships in Gothenburg, Sweden, following the elimination of the Canadians by Edmonton in the Stanley Cup first round. Taste of international play. He likes it. With a two-line pass, and we'll be back into the Finland zone for another face-off. 47 seconds remaining in the period as you look at Ilkka Sinisalo. Plays with Helsinki, 23-year-old, with blinding speed, and say maybe the fastest skater on Team Finland. He'll be going to Philadelphia next year. And the face-off out at center ice. Knocked down by Potvin, released by Engblom. Robinson's got it now. Ahead for Duguay, and his pass is behind Engblom. Robinson covering up, cutting across ice. He's got it, clears it straight ahead again, right by everybody. As Team Canada looking a little sloppy right now. Puck is cleared out over center ice, over two lines, and Jari Corey knocking it down. It'll be called for a face-off. Neither team really doing much right at this moment in the final minute of play.
Well, I would say that Team Canada, there's only been a few times. Bork, I think, twice, and Dion once or twice. Cutting in front of their own net. Lafleur once. Scotty Bowman, his heart must have gone a little pitter-patter there, cutting in front of their own net. Almost lost the puck a few times, but I think that's been about the only defensive errors that Team Canada's made in the period.
Robinson over for Goring. They got him on an offside, and Robinson, who feeds that puck ahead so well. Scotty Bowman looking on. Get ahead 10-0, he might smile. And again, he might not. He's got a long series, a lot of pressure on Scotty, as is on everybody in this series. Robinson. Gainey on the far side. Gainey up the right boards now. Gainey working it in front and coming back with a neat back-checking job is Matty Hagman. Hagman, who played in the 1976 Canada Cup. As the siren goes to end the first period. Mike Bossy with the only goal of the period at 16:43 on a power play. At the end of the first period, it is Canada 1, Finland 0. We'll be back with the first intermission in just a moment. Well, the score sheet is a very thin one right now. There's the only scoring play. Bossy from Gillies and Trotty on a power play at 16:43 of the first period with Matty Hagman in the penalty box for holding. There were two other minor penalties called in the period. The shots on goal, as you see, Canada 11, Finland 8. Finland picking up 2 of the 3 penalties so far. Well, Tom, in that first period, I thought a fairly cautious period. Canada, I did think, dominated it, but it was still a period that did not open up too much.
Well, a good workmanlike period. I don't think they got into any serious trouble. I think sometimes they may have been guilty of overhandling the puck in their own zone instead of moving it quickly, but really never in trouble, and really had by far the better of the opportunities. And as Ed said between periods, I think the mystery is really why on their opportunities really the score is still 1-0, because really I don't think the Team Finland has had one single great opportunity at the Team Canada net.
All right, set to go in the second period now. It's from the face-off. Barry Beck backing into his own zone. Clears it straight up ice. We've got a breakaway. Clark Nelly shoots straight on the rebound. Bounces. Rolf Mattsson and into the corner. Behind the net now for Finland, it's Levo. Levo is stopped on the play. It's back out to the point for Potvin, feeding it in for Gillies. Gillies clearing it in front. It's bouncing there, and the shot blocked as Trottier cut in front of the net. That was Bossy that was in front of the net, and Hagman has got the puck now, circling back inside his own blue line. That's Siltanen. Siltanen, number 4. Siltanen, who plays here in Edmonton in the regular National Hockey League season, clears it into Team Canada territory. It's cleared right back out to center ice. And route to Kallio goes back into his own zone. And it's called. And there'll be a face-off in the center ice area. Icing is the call, as the face-off will be brought back down into Team Canada territory. And Gretzky is going to argue that a little bit. 47 seconds gone in the period. 1-0 Canada leading.
Well, Clark Gillies really had the breakaway. Barry Beck just made the great pass, throwing it right ahead. Marcus Mattsson coming way out of the net to cut down the angle, and really it would have been a little better perhaps if he'd held on a little, tried to, when he came out of that net, make the shot the second time, taking away that angle that Mattsson stopped on him.
Gretzky getting another lead pass from deep in the Team Canada zone. His shot was over top of the net, around behind the net now to the far side for Jukka Porvari. Porvari clearing it in. Ruotsalainen shooting it right back out again, all the way down the ice. Back to touch it will be Brian Engblom, and it's called on the icing and back into Finland territory for another face-off. There's Brian Engblom, who has, I think, reached stardom in the Montreal Canadiens. Always played in the shadow of a great defense that included, of course, Serge Savard, Guy Lapointe, Larry Robinson. Very steady defenseman who had a tremendous year in 1980-81. Helped his team win the Vezina Trophy again. Puck at center ice. Cleared back. Engblom can't reach it, as Kim Island shoots it right back into the Team Canada zone. Now Robinson starting out. Robinson to the blue line to center ice. Works to the line, off the stick of Gretzky. Digging in is Lafleur. Lafleur banged in against the boards. It rolls to the side of the net. Gretzky rolling it across the goal mouth. Nobody there. Now here's Lafleur on that pass from Carroll. And shot, he scores! It was was tipped by Gretzky, I believe, in front. Credit Carroll with the shot and a great pass when Guy Lafleur to start it from the far board.
Well, Gilbert Perreault put it right across on Lafleur's stick, and Lafleur held off, waited until the defender went down, and then put a shot, whether or not Gretzky tipped it as the shot came through. There's the pass coming through from Perreault. Lafleur just holds onto it, just nicely. The band goes down, takes the puck to the side. Now he lets the shot go quickly. And it looks like Gretzky did get a stick on it.
Wayne Gretzky.
Gretzky got a stick on it. The puck is cleared into the corner now. Gretzky credited it with it. We'll get the full scoring in just a moment now. As the puck is cleared out to center ice. Cleared off the boards. Dumoulin. And at center ice once again. A weak pass taken by Zion. Now it's Dumoulin cutting across ice. He's got it, backing into his own zone. Gets it to Rautikainen out at center ice. Check thrown there by Hartsburg. Still in the center ice area. Guerre's got it. Guerre chases it himself to the far boards, and Guerre's into the corner. Guerre circling. Dion, his quick shot. And it's blocked by Matson. Now Middleton. Middleton in front, trying to reach that pass for Zion, and it was intercepted. Cleared down to the Team Canada line off the boards. Hartsburg intended for Zion. Now on the far side, circling with the puck, working to the boards on this side, is shot in by Rautikainen, and back behind his own net for Team Canada. That's Hartsburg to Zion. Zion at center ice, beating it ahead for Middleton. He couldn't reach it. Deep in his own zone, Dumoulin, but icing is called, and the face-off back in the Team Canada zone. Well, Canada leads it now by a score of 2-0. Gretzky from Lafleur and Perreault. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. 2:59 gone in the period. Second period of play here at the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton. Team Canada leading 2-0. Goals by Bossy and Gretzky. There's a quick shot. Mike Laiut makes the save. Beck's behind the net. Leaves it for Potvin. Potvin fans on it. In for checking and doing a good job is Arbelius. He leaves it for Sebon. Sebon trying to clear it to the point. It's right past everyone. Siltanen will get it at center ice. Turns with it. Hammers it off the boards. Beck then feeds it straight down into the Team Finland zone. It's stopped by Matson. No icing on the play as Gainey goes into the corner. It's loose in there. Good job by Gainey. It's in front of the net. The shot. And it's hammered off the boards and out at center ice. Down over the line now on the offside pass is Kari Jalonen. And it'll be brought back down to the point of origination of that pass inside the Team Finland blue line for a face-off.
Well, really, Matson got himself in a little bit of hot water there, too, because if he hadn't have touched that puck, it would have been an icing call. He touched it. The puck stayed in. Team Canada got another great opportunity before that long offside pass, but had he let it go, the puck would have come all the way back in the opposite zone.
On the face-off, Goring forechecking, hooked in the zone by Gainey, but finally cleared out to center ice. Here's Hagman down to the line now. Hagman, that looked offside. The puck goes into the corner, behind the net now, poked back. Engblom's got it. Engblom behind the net, clears it into the corner on the far side for Gainey. Gainey out at center ice. Ricoeur's checked by Goring, doing that job we became so familiar with during the Stanley Cup playoffs the last 2 years. Now clear to the far side. Butch Goring of the New York Islanders. Over the line now on the backhand, Cincelo, and covering up on the short side is Laiut. Robinson off the boards for Gainey. He's got Duguay at center ice, but he elects to feed it over for Engblom. Engblom looking for Duguay, but it goes off a leg. Turning with it inside his own zone is Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen, number 5, to find a young defenseman. Goring, at least Gillies, back into his own zone. Engblom on this side to Bossy. Bossy, a backhand pass, intercepted by Kiamalainen. He cuts along his own blue line under pressure from Trottier, and the pressure pays off as Bossy takes over. Now here's Hagman. Hagman dropping it into the slot. Tries to get the shot away. Bats at a bouncing puck. Wickery clear to the side of the net. Engblom to the far side for Gillies. Gillies turns. Straight ahead for Bossy. Bossy over the line for Trottier. Trottier parked against the far boards. Bossy beside the net. Bats it out of midair right out in front. Now here's Trottier. Out in front, a shot by Gillies. Gillies has been dangerous in this game. He gets it again, takes a shot, it bounces in front, and Bossy missed the rebound. Bossy in the corner. Bossy hooking it to Trottier behind the net. He's checked. Number 7 for Finland is Wickery. He goes down, and it's called for the face-off. 15-14 gone in the period. 2-0 Canada. The score, 2-0, Canada leading. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. Gretzky, Perreault, Lafleur, Bourque out there along with Hartsburg. For Team Canada, the face-off. Puck is at the side of the net, rolled into the slot by Gretzky, but nobody there. And it's Kiemalainen at center ice. Kiemalainen over the line now, check from behind. Good job by Lafleur on that play. Here's Gretzky to Lafleur. 2-on-2 with Perreault. Lafleur's over the line, drops it to Perreault. Perreault getting set in front of the net, and loose puck shot, he scores! Raymond Bourque trailing on the play. A 2-on-2 that was played almost perfectly. Bourque made that a 3-on-2.
Well, here we see Lafleur cutting across in front, dropping the puck to Perreault. He just shoves it between the defender's legs, and Bourque, it's very important in this type of hockey that those defensemen move up. They don't stay like they're stapled to the blue line. Guy Lafleur cutting across in front. He attacks the defenseman, drops it to Perreault between the legs. Bourque moving right up to create the 3-on-2 after the play has been made. Tips it in for the third goal. And Team Canada looking to run away with this hockey game now, but they're putting on a tremendous pressure on Team Finland.
And they're doing it in the Finland zone, too. Good forechecking is from the faceoff now. It's Siltanen. Siltanen behind the net, clearing it to Levo. Levo will recap that goal for you from the official standpoint in a moment as Bourque gets it over to Hartsburg. Hartsburg off the boards and hit a linesman. Now inside the blue line, that is Perreault. Perreault, Hartsburg, right past Lafleur. Back inside the blue line, Levo. Levo, over for Jari Kurri. Kurri trying to kick it along the boards to Kettula. Kettula works it down into the Team Canada zone. Hartsburg, Bourque at center ice, intended for Gare, and it's cleared in. There is Mäkinen. Kettula in forechecking now. He's got the puck. He's number 13. Tried to get it out in front, and there was Perreault. Perreault just flips it out to center ice. Gare racing after it along with Levo. Levo backing into his own zone. A rink-wide pass on the far side. And at center ice, it's Risto Siltanen. Siltanen with a good shot. It's gloved by Laiut. Cleared around the boards to the far side. Marcel Dion ducks by a check. At center ice, a backhand pass. Middleton's over the line. Gare gets the return pass. He shot it wide, taking the short side. And now it is Kettula. Kettula at center ice. Kettula to the line, working for the front of the net is Mäkinen, number 23. He got the pass, but he was belted by Middleton. In behind the net now, Kettula. Kettula circling in the corner. Javanianen out in front, point-blank range, and a blast that is stopped by Laiut in perfect position. Now Kettula again. Beck behind the net, circling in to cover up. And starting out is Jan, and we're going to have an interference penalty called on Denny Potvin. And Finland will have an opportunity to play with a manpower advantage. Team Canada leading 3-0. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Canada.
Denny Potvin, interference, 7:23. Team Canada a man short. The goal to recap it. Raymond Bourque from Perreault and Lafleur at 5:32, giving Canada the 3-0 lead. Laiut out of the net, leaves it for Engblom. He clears it around the boards, out at center ice. Here's scoring. One-on-one with Siltanen. He gets the shot away, but it was a weak one, and it was kicked away easily by goaltender Marcus Mattsson. All the way down into Team Canada territory. Out of his net as Laiut leaves it. Having trouble with it is Engblom. Engblom circling away from the checking of Hagman. Clears it to the point and out over the blue line to center ice, and Siltanen backing into his own zone. Forechecking Gainey. Siltanen gets the return pass. He'll circle back. That's Goring, number 91, in there forechecking. Off on the left side now, Hagman. Hagman shooting it into the corner. Robinson off the boards. At center ice, Levo for Finland. Back to Siltanen. Siltanen ahead. Sinisalo. Sinisalo. Loose puck as Team Canada continues to pressure the puck carrier. Siltanen. Siltanen with Gainey right on top of him. Siltanen over the line. Siltanen dropping it back for Kurri. Kurri into the corner around the far side for Mäkinen. Mäkinen dropping it off. They try to set up in front of the net. Now it's dropped out to the point for Levo. His shot, and Laiut steers into the corner. Hagman. Hagman looking for the man. Gets it out to the point for Levo. Back to Hagman. Hagman backed up against the far boards. Gets it out to the point. It's knocked down by Siltanen, but he can't keep it in. Over to the far side. Levo clearing it in. Robinson going in after it. On top of him is Kari Mäkinen. Taken by Brian Engblom. Engblom with Duque leading, and a two-line pass offside back into Team Canada territory for the face-off with 21 seconds remaining in the penalty to Denny Potvin.
Well, again, Team Canada, they're getting an appreciative hand from the crowd here. Duguay doing a great job killing penalties, all of those penalties. Goring, Gainey. That was the secret in beating the Soviets the other night, and so far tonight they've continued doing a great job. Talking to Scotty Bowman, he says it's almost necessary because you take a lot of penalties in this international hockey that you have 3 sets of forwards who can kill penalties, and he's certainly got a lot in the players that he's been using a lot of different combinations.
On the face-off now, as you saw a shot of Al McNeil, there's the lead pass intended for Duguay. It's going to go all the way down the ice. Going after it back there is Ruotsalainen. He cuts around behind his own net, leads the rush himself. Look at the job that Duguay's doing. He comes across the blue line and he gets ahead. Now you know why Ron Duguay made this hockey club. Down over the line is Makinen. Makinen checked by Duguay. Puck is loose in front of the net, and Kettle got a shot that was weak and wide. Duguay behind the net. Duguay off the boards. Middleton steering it out to center ice for Potvin. Potvin getting it to Bork. 2 defensemen breaking in. Bork with the shot, and it's steered into the corner by Matson. Now clearing rink-wide pass by Ruotsalainen out at center ice. Bouncing puck. It gets by Bork. In over the line now. 3-on-1, and a great defensive play by Craig Hartsburg as he got his stick in front of it, then blocks that shot from the blue line. Hartsburg working to the blue line to center ice, gets it to Trottier. Trottier dropping it back for Gillies. His shot right on the rebound, and Boston skated right by it. Now it's Javaniinen. Javaniinen out at center ice is knocked down out there, cleared down over the line by Leonin. Now Gillies. Gillies has been very strong in this hockey game. Gillies ducking by a check. Now carries it to the line. Unable to get past the defense. Bossy's got it. Bossy against the boards. He is knocked to the ice. The puck is underneath him, and it's called for a face-off as we pass the midway point in the hockey game. 10:27 gone in the second period, and Canada leading by a score of 3-0. As you see, Mike Bossy, one of the great scorers in National League hockey history, reunited a line that was not together for most of last year, with Gillies playing the left side. Most of last year, Bob Bourne was on that line. Gillies really playing well here tonight. Puck cleared into the corner. Trottier slammed in against the boards. Good solid check taken in there. Puck is against the boards. Cleared out on a backhand to center ice. And dropped back into Team Finland territory. Finland starting out. Trying to control it is Tapio Levo. Levo straight ahead. He put it right through the legs of Kim Islanen. Now here's Canada. Well, look at the moves by Gretzky. Here he comes. Gretzky at center ice, feeding it ahead. Gretzky gets it again on a pass from Gillies, and with Gretzky trapped inside the blue line, called on an offside. Score, Canada 3, Finland 0. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. Here in the second period, Team Canada out shooting Finland 18-5. Canada has scored 2 goals here in the period. Gretzky from Lafleur and Perreault at 150. Bork from Perreault and Lafleur at 5:32. The goal in the first period on a power play, Bossy from Gillies and Trottier. Canada leading 3-0. Potvin inside the zone, working in deep now. He's ridden in against the boards by Rautakallio. Rautakallio's number 9 back there. Gets the puck in the corner. Rautakallio cutting in front of his own net. Now feeds it out to center ice. Barry Beck moves up. Knocks it down, shoots it ahead. Nummelen against the boards. Number 18 down there is Sebon back in over the line. Now dropped off for Lafleur. Lafleur shot, and he blasted it wide. That appeared to deflect in front of the net. Lafleur trying to get it to Perreault. Now Lafleur throwing a check on Sebon as he tried to get out of the zone. Here comes Lafleur again, trying to get it to Gretzky. Gretzky ridden out of the play, fights his way past Nummelen into the corner. Now it's behind the net, intended for Perreault. That was intercepted as Nummelen got back there, and it's out at center ice once again. Here's the long shot. It's deflected wide. The shot taken by Jorma Sebon. In the corner, Lafleur back for Potvin. Lafleur covering up now behind the net. Lafleur trying to feed it past Sebon. Lafleur leaves for Potvin to Gretzky. Gretzky up the right side. Wayne Gretzky over the line. Beck cutting in front of the net, but he drops it back for Perreault, getting set. Here's Gale shooting. He scores! Beautifully set up as Beck acted as a decoy on the play.
Again, we see the importance of defensemen moving up when they get the opportunity. Barry Beck went straight to the net, and he never figured in that play, but there he goes to the net. The defender has to come with them, check them. That leaves Gare, who's coming late on the play, free to go to the net with a shot. Gretzky lays the pass over. Here we see the second drop pass, but Beck taking that last defender. There you see Barry Beck off the side of the net with the defender. The importance again of a defenseman moving up as Bork did on the previous goal.
Gare from Perreault and Gretzky at 12:25, 4-0 Canada. Puck is cleared down the ice once again. A slick passing we've seen. Puck is behind the net. I guess we can expect that with NHL All-Stars involved as the puck is chopped out in front of the net. Robinson got in over the blue line, couldn't contain it. Now gives it to Engblom. Engblom back in over the line for Middleton. Middleton with Gare cutting in front. There's the shot as they tipped it wide of the net. Gare cutting in from the right side. And the face-off will be outside the blue line. Another good opportunity for Canada.
Well, Marcus Matson looking for a little bit of a breather here. All kinds of pressure putting on him. A backhand pass all the way across in front of the net. And Danny Gare almost had his second one within a minute. Just skating in front, tipped it over top of the net.
Now from the face-off, Robinson. Robinson ahead, Middleton. Middleton couldn't control it. Hagman puts it to an open wing. It's Gare. Gare now working his way through center ice, shoots it in. Digging in after it is Marcel Dion. In there is number 5, Ruotsalainen as well for Team Finland. Now behind the net, Curry. Curry is knocked down. Back out to the point for Engblom. He winds up. The shot is blocked in front of the net. As cutting in front was Dion. And now here comes Team Finland. Curry over the line along with Hagman. There's a shot. It's blocked by the defense. Is down on his knees is Engblom. Puck kicked away. Middleton ahead for Duque. Breaking straight up ice, but he ran into a player, Ruotsalainen, and then came across. Knocked it down. Shot it over to the far side. To an open wing, moving up is Engblom. Engblom straight ahead. It's deflected past Gainey to Duque. There's Goring in front of the net as Duque tries to get it to him. Duque now behind the net to Goring. It hops over his stick. Hagman there. Hagman along with Goring. A battle. Gainey moves in. Gainey pokes it free. Here's Gainey with Duque alone in front. They clear it right through everybody. Bork with a quick shot. Duque shoots. Duque again. Quickly shooting. Again. It's loose in front. And still loose. And finally, Hagman moves in and takes it out of harm's way. Out to center ice it comes. Hartsburg. Over for Bork. Bork. Ahead for Gainey. Here's Bossy. Bossy 2-on-1. Bossy clears it in front. Good defensive play by Ruotsalainen. Now along the boards. Gillies. He can't contain it. It's out at center ice for Kettula. Kettula over the line offside. Kettula broke too quickly on the left side. We'll have a face-off outside the Team Canada blue line. The score, Canada 4, Finland 0. Canada Cup-81. We'll continue in a moment. 5:24 left in the second period. 4-0 Canada. Gilbert Perreault with 2 assists in the game. Make that 3 assists for Gilbert Perreault. He has assisted on the 3 goals in this period. Back in his own zone, Risto Siltanen backing up, feeding it ahead. Mäkinen rinked wide. On the far side, Javanianen. He's knocked down, or at least it's knocked away from him, and Hartsburg bounces it in. Digging in is Trottier. Bossy knocked that out of the air. Gets it again as he cuts into the slot. Winds up, shoots, and it's deflected by Trottier right on. Into the corner it goes. After it, Bork in front. Trottier over for Gillies, and the pass was too high for him to knock down. Now Bork keeping it in. Bork doing a good job along the blue line now as Gillies tries to feed it through. Bossy in front for Trottier. Just can't find the net. Hartsburg, Trottier fighting for it. Team Canada pinning Finland in. It comes to the blue line. Hartsburg can't knock it down. Bork's got it at his line, feeds it back. Hartsburg cutting across his line to center ice. Hartsburg with Lafleur now and Perreault. Perreault gets the drop pass. And it's knocked away as he never had control of it by Lebo. Knocked to the blue line, not out. Here's Gretzky, his shot, and it's blocked at the defense. Siltanen getting in the way of that one. Now out over center ice, Barry Beck cutting back into his own zone for it. He's with Potvin out there as a defensive pairing. Beck down to the line. Beck still with that puck. Beck just wrists it over now. Gare out to Potvin. His shot right on, hit the post. He hit the post. Leoninen. Now Perreault, Gretzky. Perreault tried to get it in front. Gretzky was circling back into the corner. Now a lead pass. Kiemainen now down to the line. The shot, good save there. As Laiut just got his pad out. Now at center ice, Gretzky along with Perreault. Gretzky circling back towards the boards. Gretzky over for Potvin. His shot right on. And it's gloved by Marcus Matson. He holds on. We'll have a face-off.
Team Canada just threading the run away and hide here. They're just throwing the puck around at will. The Team Finland having great difficulty getting the puck out of their own end. Actually having great difficulty getting their stick on the puck to try and get it out of their own end. And Marcus Matson standing in there doing the best he can. Actually has made some great saves to keep the score as low as it is. But in this period, especially in the last 7 or 8 minutes, Team Canada's completely dominated the show, controlling the puck at all times.
From the face-off now, Engblom's shot drifts just wide of the net, bounces all the way back out to center ice. That's Larry Robinson going back into his end for it. Robinson with that familiar number 19. Robinson straight ahead at center ice. Gare just deflects it. Knocked down there by Roticalio. He clears it to center ice. Engblom turning with it, gives it to Robinson. Robinson ahead for Dion to Gare. Dion cutting for the net as Gare gives it the middle of the gate to Dion and batted out of the air. Home run Matson. As he set it 15 rows up. One way to take the pressure off. And Canada moving that puck around so very well. As you look at Danny Gare, who was picked for Team Canada in 1976, Tom, but missed most of the effort that year because of a back injury.
Well, Danny Gare, certainly in the National Hockey League, he's one of the premier players and very important to the Buffalo Sabres. And he's the type of guy that's a driving force on a hockey team, not only with his ability, but his influence inside the room.
Puck behind the net now, Ristolainen. Gare working for the corner. Gare circling back to the corner with Hankman on top of him. Now Dion. Dion trying to clear it. He gets it to Middleton. Middleton flipping it over to the boards on this side. And starting out now, it's Sinisalo. Sinisalo ahead. Dion with Hagman getting around him, but he put it right on Robinson's stick. Race for the puck now past center ice, and Gare just lets it go. We'll have an icing here as Sinisalo picks it up behind the net. Shots this period, Canada 14, Finland 6. Probably tells the story. Canada's outscored Finland 3-0 here. 4-0's the score in the game. Canada Cup-81 will continue in a moment. 2:25 left in the second period. Canada leading 4-0. Gainey, Duguay out there as we had a false start on the face-off. Goring taking the draw against Veli-Pekka Ketola, who will try out for Colorado at the age of 33. And here's Duguay getting that lead pass again. Boy, he's been a threat through center ice, hasn't he, for a checker?
Well, that's the old alley-oop play. Team Canada won the draw. They just lifted high in the air. Both wingers, Duguay and Gainey, were streaking out of their own zone, hoping that the puck just drops and they're able to, either the puck precedes them across the red line or they're able to touch it before the red line to be onside. Alley-oop.
Behind the net now, it's Hartsburg for Team Canada. Working slowly out, beats it straight ahead. Here's Goring. Goring down to the line. Goring feeding it off. Here's Duguay getting set. He shoots and he just missed the far side. Out to Hartsburg. He bats it over top of the net. Goring behind the net. Goring looking for a man. Rolls it in front of Gainey cutting through. Shot it over top of the net. Now Levo, number 8 for Finland. He's checked by Goring. Goring looking for a man. Gets it out in front. Duguay was on his backhand. Couldn't get the shot away. Goring behind the net. Goring knocked to the ice by Levo. Now along the boards. Moving in is Bork. Bork backhanding it into the slot. Duguay again. But he is checked and Ketola comes to center ice. Ketola checked by Bork. Hartsburg around the net. Gainey on the far side, working to center ice, just flips it ahead. Bossy moving in. Gainey's cutting for in front of the net. It rolls in front of the shot. The rebound. Bork is there in front. And a quick shot that was wide by Trottier. Didn't get good wood. Now behind the net. Bossy cutting in front. He shoots and scores. Mike Bossy. His second goal of the game makes it 5-0 Canada.
Team Canada doing a superb job. Again, the importance of a defenseman moving up. You see Bork right in front of the net there. The puck didn't get through the first time. Bossy holds onto it in front of that. Look at that havoc that Trottier is creating, dragging those defenders to him. Bossy just walks out in front of that, holds onto it. He's still got Bork there. Puts that puck right up over top of Matson. But that's the importance of being patient and moving that extra man up there. Trottier doing a good job in front of that net, keeping the defenders busy.
Bossy from Trottier and Gainey at 18:46. 5-0 Canada now. Shots total in the game 27-14 favor Canada as Beck gets it in his zone. Backhands a pass to Potvin. Potvin feeding it straight up ice. That's Gillies in center ice. Gillies over for Beck. Beck to the line. Bossy tried to feed it back to Potvin. He was breaking in. The puck deflected, and Trotier's got it. Trottier loses it. It's Kim Island with a shot from a bad angle. Beck's got it to Gillies. Gillies ahead for Trottier. Trottier tried to wrist it right by Nomelin. He trapped it against the boards, and it winds up in the crowd. Well, second intermission coming up in just a couple of moments. Down with a preview of what we're going to see. Bernie Pascoe.
Our second intermission will have comments of Canadian hockey fans on the Canada Cup, a tribute to one of the Soviet Union's all-time greats, Valery Harlamov, and Eddie Westfall will have the highlights of the first 40 minutes.
All right, Bernie, face off in the center ice area. Back inside the line, Rutsalainen. Now starting out is Wickery. He's checked on the play. Perreault in there. Here's Lafleur. Lafleur moving in, trying to feed it through. Gets the shot away himself as it was blocked, and he got the puck back. Now Lafleur. Gretzky behind the net. It's rolled out in front. Perreault is there. Perreault to Gretzky. Gretzky looking for that man. He's dangerous behind the net. He shoots. He scores! Went out himself with everybody tied up looking for Lafleur and Perreault. And how often have we seen that?
Well, a comment was made here that Gretzky's the only man in hockey that can create havoc standing still. Stopping in that famous position behind the net. Then he moves around, comes right out in front. All the havoc and just jams it underneath Madsen to the far corner. We've seen him so often, how he works from behind that net, just comes right around and slides it with Robinson coming right in off the point. There's Robinson breaking from the point as Gretzky comes around. All that traffic in front of the net, he's got lots of time to go around and tuck it underneath.
All right, final moments of the period. The siren goes. Gretzky from Perreault and Lafleur at 19:54 caps off a tremendous period for Team Canada. In the period, they outscored Finland 5-0. In the hockey game, they lead after two periods, 6-0. We'll be back with the second intermission in a moment.
And we're back at Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton with Team Canada leading Finland by a...
Funny stories, and there's always a lot of humor when you've got the commanding lead that they have. I think that certainly it won't take anything away from their game. If anything, I think it may be a little tougher on the Finnish team. You know, when you're down that many goals, the attitude is, hey, come on, let's go out there and do the best we can and get this hockey game over with. And it was probably a little tougher for Team Finland. They haven't appeared yet on the ice. Team Canada coming out on the ice as soon as they can, as soon as the Zamboni is off the ice, to get a little bit of a sweat and get stretching. You see some of the players working on little groin exercises. They don't want to pull a groin here early in the period after so long off. But now Team Finland is back on the ice, and we're just about ready to start the period.
Well, I'll tell you, this is the second time Team Finland has had his problems. The other night against Sweden here, 6-3, the final score, with the Swedes winning it. Final score, but with 6 minutes left, they finally quit because the lights went out. So Finland getting a little used to it, I guess. Let's recap the scoring in this one. A power play in the first period by Mike Bossy from Gillies and Trottier at 16:43. That was after Matty Hagman had gone off for holding. It's the only power play goal in the game. There's the second period summary. Gretzky from Lafleur and Perreault, Bourque from Perreault and Lafleur, Guerre from Perreault and Gretzky, Bossy from Trottier and Gainey, and then Gretzky coming out from behind the net from Perreault and Lafleur at 19:54, 6 seconds remaining in the period. Canada outshot Finland 17-7 in the second period, so the total shots, as you see them, 28-15. Penalties not a factor. Canada stayed away from them. They ran into all kinds of penalty difficulties in the Soviet exhibition game here on Saturday night, and that was, of course, what sent everybody into the streets raving about Canada's penalty killing. And, of course, they won that game 3-2. Here the penalty killers have not had a lot of work. We've had only a total of 4 penalties called in the game, all minors, 2 to each team. There's Scotty. He's done a great job on this team again. And, of course, history will write how good a job he's done when we get through to the end of the tournament, which will be a week Sunday. Well, there's a goaltender, Marcus Mattsson. The flooding of the ice is complete. We're all set to go here in the third period. And out there for Team Canada will be the Trottier line. Gillies, who's played very well here tonight, along with Bossy, centered by Trottier. And for Finland, Centering the line is Matty Hagman from the face-off now. The puck is inside the blue line. Potvin trying to chip it past Hagman. He does out to center ice. Puck is cleared down into the Finland zone. And back to touch it will be Siltanen. He's behind the net. And a hard collision behind the net there. As flying in on the play was Brian Trottier. Puck is against the boards. Over to the far side, Corey getting it out at center ice for Sinisalo. Here's a hard shot from outside the blue line, easily gloved by Laiut. Puck is cleared ahead. Here's Gillies. Gillies, rink wide, right through a bunch of legs, and over the line comes Bossy, cutting for the net, trying to wrist it past. They score! The rebound! Bossy distracted the attention as he slammed in against the boards. The rebound was backhanded in. 7-0.
Well, the great pass, really, that the long pass coming out of their zone, and here we see Bossy breaking around the defender, really cute, holding him off with one hand. Madsen sprawling, and he falls hard behind the net. Trottier just coming behind, tipping that puck up and over, and that's a great skill in itself, you know, when you're that close in, putting the puck over. Again, Bossy holding off the defender, goes by, gets tripped up by the goaltender, and hits hard. Whoop, there's the tip up right under the bar. That's what you need when you're in front of the net.
Now, this line isn't doing bad offensively either, as we could expect. 48 seconds in, Trottier from Bossy and Gillies. Trottier has a goal and 2 assists in the game now at center ice. Here's a long shot on Laiut. Gloves it, leaves it at the side of the net. Engblom for Perreault. Perreault off the boards. Engblom straight ahead. Gretzky checked on the play. His back is poor body. Now Engblom out to center ice. Here's Lafleur. Lafleur with Gretzky. Gretzky cutting for the net. Gretzky back to Lafleur, and he fed it straight back onto Leononen's stick. Leononen on the far boards with Lafleur draped all over him. Finally gets it out at center ice. On the right side, Borbari cutting over the line. Perreault coming back on the play. Backhands the pass around for Lafleur on the far side. Lafleur to Perreault. Perreault out to Gretzky now. Gretzky with Perreault with a great move. Sits it in front, and he was tripped up from behind. Gretzky, what a move. Tremendous. As Marcus Madsen goes down, he holds on, and Gilbert Perreault is getting a handful of fans here in Edmonton.
Well, that's what we talked about, 1-on-5. Well, look at this howdy-do. Just slips by. Where did that puck go? The defender looked at the puck. He tried to poke it away, tripped up by Madsen sprawling, but just a tremendous move by Gilbert Perreault, and that's what fans are looking for when they see Gilbert Perreault in full flight, because he's really tricky with that puck.
On the face-off, there's a shot from the blue line by Hartsburg. Those are the kind of moves that made Hunch Imlach make Gilbert Perreault his number 1 draft choice, the very first draft choice that hockey club made. The junior coming out of the Montreal Junior Canadiens. There's a shot by Hartsburg. Over on the far side now, Makinen around behind the net. And out at center ice it comes now, past Jair over to the far side. Reaching for it is Curry. He can't get it. Bork off the boards. Banged off ahead for Middleton on the left side. Middleton intending it for Dion, trailing on the play. It's intercepted by Kettula. The veteran Kettula circling to the far side. At center ice. Nomelin working it to the line. There's Makinen's got it. And it's offside at the line. Called for a face-off, and both teams will make a change as you see Marcel Dion come to the penalty bench. Dion did not, and I think he will admit it, have what you'd call a great training camp. Getting a regular shift in this game, although many thought that perhaps his role would be largely a power play specialist. Right now he's working with Duguay and Gainey. Penalties have not been a factor, so the Gaineys and the Dugays and the Goring have played a regular shift. Here's Goring feeding it out in front. Gainey cutting across in front, couldn't reach it, but he's got it again. Gainey back for Beck. Beck chipping at it, trying to get it ahead, but it's poked away by Corey out to center ice. Heikman's down over the line. His shot is wide. Beck is checked on the play. They roll it in front, and here comes Canada. Leading the rush is Potvin at center ice with Goring. Potvin to the line. Potvin to Goring. He gets it. He shoots, and Madsen down. He scores. Split it in underneath a sliding Marcus Madsen, and it's now 8-0.
Well, there's nothing to this game, is there? The puck came loose in front of the net. Potvin just took off with that puck. Just a sweet pass, laying it through between the defenders. Goring cutting across in front. Madsen did get a piece of it, and then sprawling knocked it under himself. But just threads the needle with that pass between the defenders to the side. Goring slips it. Madsen has it for a moment, and then it slides underneath him for the goal.
The time,
Well, the Checkers come up with a goal here. Goring from Potvin at 3:18. 8-0 now. In over the line, Duguay. Puck comes at center ice for Leonin. Leonin unable to get it. Gainey cutting in front of his own net. Here he comes. Gainey at center ice. Gainey hooking it out for Goring. It's intercepted. Coming right back in is Leonin. Leonin checked from behind by Goring. Duguay racing after it, but beating him to it is Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen to the far side. Dumoulin ahead now at center ice. Hard check there thrown by Potvin. Bossy working his way ahead. Now circles back. Bossy to Potvin. Potvin. Lead pass on the far side, deflected off the stick of Kiemalainen. Behind the net now. Gillies. Bossy against the boards. Bossy loses it. It's out at center ice. There's Javinen over the line, but he's stopped. Engblom to the far side, cutting across is Dumoulin. Dumoulin, number 3, goes down, checked by Gillies. Puck is out at center ice once again. Bossy overskates it, moving in now. Trying to get set in front of the net is Engblom. Puck is cleared straight out to the blue line. Bossy shot. It drifts wide of the net off a stick. In against the boards. Robinson moving in. He chips it into the corner for Trottier. In front now, Bossy ahead for Gillies on the backhand. And his shot is steered into the corner. Trottier. He is checked. Moving it out on the right side now is Javinen. Perreault over to the far side. Engblom to Perreault. Perreault at the blue line at center ice, circling back now. On top of him, number 23 is Makinen to Robinson to Perreault at center ice. Ahead for Lafleur. Lafleur's over the line. Lafleur looking for the man in front, and he fed it behind Perreault. Now out at center ice. Javinen. He's checked from behind as Lafleur did a great job coming back, gets a hand from the crowd. Now Engblom moving up, drops it to Gretzky. Gretzky alone in front of the net, shoots, oh, what a save. Gretzky with a great move, that deceptive move. Now at center ice once again, it's down over the line. Curry's checked, here comes Gretzky again. The great Gretzky at center ice. Good move, poked away from him, it's down over the line again into Finnish territory. Cleared ahead for Curry at center ice. Curry to the far boards. He's checked by Bork. The shot is wide of the net. It comes to the blue line. Stilton shot, kicked away the rebound, and it's blocked at the defense. Now here's Gare on the right side at center ice. Gare over the line for Gretzky, offside. Gretzky preceded the puck over the line. End-to-end action here with Canada leading 8-0. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. Marcel Dion out there with Middleton and Gare on the face-off. It goes past Middleton. They get it out to center ice, and it's put right on the stick of Gare. Gare trying to hit the line. He's stopped on the play by Huikari. Now here's Dion coming back for it. Gives it to Middleton. Middleton stops up, shoots it rink wide past Gare. For Finland, Leonin. At center ice for Ruotsalainen. There's the hard shot. Puck is cleared behind the net by Bork. Bork comes back the other way. Bork stick handling. Beats it off the board. Middleton can't control it. Bork again. Now against the boards, Middleton. Middleton rattling it around to Gare. Gare circling. Straight up ice, and he nearly hit Dion at center ice. The puck rolls off his stick. Going back for it is Ruotsalainen. He touches it. Icing will be the call.
Well, I think it's important to remind the fans, too, that Team Canada turning it on with the score being 8-0, that in a series like this, it's important every goal you get and every goal that's scored against you, because it is possible in such a short series as this, when there are a couple of teams that are tied 4 points in a short series, that your position may be determined by the goal spread. So it's important you get as many goals as you can each game, and you have as few scored against you as possible.
The face-off, a screen shot kicked out by Laiut. Laiut shooting it into the corner. Goring stopped at the line and hops high in the air behind everybody, but Gainey's right there, and he works it out to center ice. Gainey along with Goring and Duguay. Duguay gets it in front of the net, and he just couldn't put his stick to it. Beck has it at center ice. Beck ahead for Goring. He is blindsided by Dumoulin. The puck comes back. Now Goring again. Dumoulin and Goring come together twice there. Now Kettula, number 13. He can't control it against the checking. Makinen now fed to an open wing, tracking it down and circling into his own zone as Dumoulin out at center ice. Potvin to Beck. Beck Clearing it, intended for Duguay, breaking on the right side. The puck is cleared right back into Team Canada territory. Liyut shovels it off. Around the boards. Gainey can't knock it down. Goes all the way down into Team Finland territory. Look at this. This is Duguay. Duguay was onside. Behind the net. Great hustle. Trottier. Duguay. Duguay with Gillies right out in front. He scores. Ron Duguay did the work. And Finland went to sleep.
Well, you can't do that. That was an easy goal, and it just resulted from a lot of hustle. Duguay just forcing the play inside that zone. Onside with his hustle. Throws the puck out in front. Gillies has no problem putting it there. But a lack of hustle by the Finnish team getting back in proper position allows Duguay to get control of that puck before they were able to get back there and set up in their own zone. Tremendous hustle by Duguay, a lack of hustle by Team Finland. 9-0 for Team Canada.
Gillies from Duguay and Trottier at 7:56. 9-0. Watching a rout, fans, as the puck is cleared in. Digging in after it is Gillies, and icing will be the call as the puck will be brought back down into Team Canada zone for the face-off. 8 minutes, 10 seconds gone in the third period. The shots on goal now 36-19 favor Canada. And Marcus Mattsson is just wishing that he could find a nice soft bed somewhere.
Wishing the Zamboni hadn't got fixed.
Yeah. Face off to the right of the Team Canada zone. Hagman facing off against Trottier. Seeing a great display of offense on Team Canada's part. Gillies trying to break out. He stopped at the blue line. There's a shot kicked away by Liyut, who's been alert in this game. He's had a few saves to make. And it's intercepted. Now out in front of the net. There's a shot whistled wide of the net by Hagman. Gets the boards. Trottier. Trottier to Gillies at center ice. Gillies digging after it. Now feeds it in. Trottier digging in. Behind the net, Trottier along with Levo, and it hops up in the air. Marcus Mattsson just prevents further play and hangs on. 5 points for... The score is Canada 9, Finland nothing. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. Well, we've got a bookkeeper up here to keep track of the point scoring in the game. The leading point men, really. We've got 2 of them. Are Trottier and Perreault, each with 4 points. Trottier with a goal and 3 assists. Perreault with 4 assists in the game. There's Lafleur chipping it past Perreault at center ice. Now Lafleur going after it against the boards. Hartsburg moves in as well. You can check very closely by Huikari. And there's Perreault. Dropping it back. Gets the return pass. And we're going to get a slashing call called by Vladimir Šubert, the Czechoslovakian referee, who really hasn't had an awful lot of work to do in this game. Hartsburg is going to draw the slash. Coming at the 8:58 mark of the period. The referee in the game, Šubert from Czechoslovakia. Kevin Collins of the United States, one of the linesmen, along with Alexander Fedotov of the Soviet Union. So out come the penalty killers to get a bit of work as Goring is with Gainey. Potvin and Beck defensively. And the power play centered by Leoninen, along with Kiemainen. As the puck is cleared down the ice, back there is Rutsalainen. He's behind the net, bangs it off the boards. And Finland will start out. Cleared off the stick of Leoninen to center ice. Beck's right there. Leoninen gets by him. Porvari's there too. Porvari's alone, and he was picked from behind by Bob Gainey, who showed a lot of hustle. Now it's golfed down the ice by Goring. Marcus Mattsson out of the net. He leaves it there, and Finland starting out. Leoninen. Leoninen, number 15, fakes the shot, checked by Potvin. Potvin goes down with the puck underneath him. He prevents further action there. 1:17 left in the power play.
Well, I think everybody in Team Canada now is really saying with at the halfway point of the third period, let's try and give Liyut a shutout because really it's important to cut down those goals against in a game. You know, it's very easy when you get 9 goals in a hockey game for everybody to go to the net and forget about defense, and I think that everybody now will be pulling for Mike Liyut.
Gainey clearing it out over the blue line now. Makinen at center ice. Kettula is checked on the play by Goring. Now it's over the line again. Kettula going after it. Potvin backing up and then flipping it out to center ice. Rotsicalio at center ice. Straight ahead. Checked by Middleton. There's Beck. Beck shoots it out and down the ice, and we've got 47 seconds remaining in the power play. Nummelen cleared out over center ice by everybody. Back to touch it will be Engblom. Icing will be the call on the Finns. And back into Finland territory for the faceoff.
Well, really, that's showing the pressing, really, of Team Finland trying to get that long breakaway pass. When you have the man advantage, you don't need to throw that pass that long. You can take your time. You've got the man advantage. Work it out. Look for the open man. Trying to get that long pass, trying to get that breakaway is not really necessary when you've got the man advantage. And it shows a little bit of the frustration on the Finns' part.
Shots on goal at this stage of the third period, 8-5 favor Canada. Behind the net, Siltanen, Risto Siltanen, the Edmonton Oilers defenseman. Now another Edmontonian at center ice trying to work it up ice was Hagman. Now straight ahead past Duguay and down into Finland territory. Back there to get it is Siltanen. Siltanen around the boards. Sinisalo. Sinisalo, good move as he got by Middleton. Siltanen trying to get to it on the boards. Past Duguay at center ice now. Down to the line. Carrying it is Sinisalo. Into the corner on the far side, Corey. Corey checked by Robinson. Hagman all alone behind the net on a blind pass from Robinson. Gets it out in front. There's a quick shot just wide of the net. I don't know whether Leo touched that or not. Corey behind the net. Into the corner for Hagman. Hagman to Corey. It was around a little bit, but now Canada will pick it up against the boards as Hartsburg is out of the penalty box and out in center ice. Hartsburg ahead for Duguay. Goes all the way into Matson. Matson flips it into the corner. Here's Middleton clearing it in front of the net. Is breaking in from the point was Engblom. Now circling out in front. They roll it to Duguay. Middleton. Duguay behind the net. Duguay jamming in there. Hagman's there as well. It's poked away. Now Siltanen down the ice to the Team Canada blue line where Robinson has it. Robinson backhanding a pass to his teammate Engblom. Engblom to Lafleur. Another Montreal Canadian digs in. He's got Barrow in front, and he fed it through, but Barrow wasn't in deep enough. Went right through the goal crease. Now Gretzky. Gretzky to the line, and he was stopped as he hit the line. Here's Lafleur all over the ice right now, along with Gretzky. Gretzky's over the line. Gretzky checked by Ruotsalainen. Now Ruotsalainen to the far side. Kimalainen. He's checked. Lafleur's there. Here's Perreault trying to get set. Perreault looking for the point man. Now gives it to Bourque. His shot's right on. Gretzky in the corner. Checked on the play by Oikari. Now here's Perreault in front, intended for Gretzky, and he shot it wide. Now it's batted out of the air by Matson, who's done that a couple of times to take the pressure off. 7:28 remaining in the hockey game. 9-0. Canada leads. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. Trottier, Gillies, Bossy out there. They have a total of 10 points in this game as a line as well. Puck is bounced to the blue line. Beck keeping it in. Behind the net, Trottier. Trottier circling behind the net, looking for the man. Potvin moving in. He keeps it in at the blue line. Into the corner, Trottier. Trottier from behind the net now with Gillies parked out in front. Trottier looking for that man. Out in front for Gillies. Quick shot. A rebound. Now Trottier again. He tries to find the point. There's nobody there. And at center ice, it's Gillies. He gets it back. They nearly throw the puck away, but Beck covers up. Beck now ahead for Gillies. Gillies to Bossy. Bossy with Trottier trailing on the play. Bossy's behind the net. Bossy, Gillies coming in front again. Cleared out to the point and down the ice. Back for it will be Potvin. Potvin touching it. Icing will be the call. We'll have a face-off down in Finland territory. This afternoon, Czechoslovakia and the Soviet Union played to a 1-1 tie at the Winnipeg Arena. All of the scoring coming in the second period. Milan Novi scoring at 1:57 of the second period from Richter and Dudacek. And then at 9:34, the Soviet Union tied it up. Grosdetsky from Alexander Maltsev, the veteran, 1-1 the final score. And a hand for the line coming off the ice. Trottier, Gillies, and Bossy. Out there, Zion, Middleton, Gare, and we'll take that face-off all over again. USA this afternoon beat Sweden 3-1 right here in the Northlands Coliseum. So the point standing so far will show Canada, we assume, will go on to win this at 9-0 with 6 minutes and a half remaining. On top, with the United States. Czechoslovakia and the Soviet Union with 1 point. And Sweden. Tuck into the corner. Long way to go in this tournament yet as here's Dion coming out in front of the net. One-handing that puck gets to the middle and put it through everybody's legs with Gare cutting in front. Backhanding it into the corner. Tapio Lebo. Lebo gets it again. Number 8. He's on his way to Colorado next year. Now Dion in the middle, and he gets set. Now looks for the man who rolls in front, and with Gare cutting across, Marcus Mattsson steered it into the corner rather wisely. Cutting to the boards now. At center ice, Jari Kurri. Kurri, number 17, cutting straight across the blue line now. Is over the line, gets set. He's checked by Robinson. Good job. It's cleared back out to center ice again. Rutsalainen, number 5, for Kimalainen. Now Rutsalainen again. At center ice, there's a chance for Leoninen. He gets the shot away. Laiut alertly goes down with 5:29 remaining. Canada leading 9-0. They're nearing the 40 shots on goal point in this game. 39-21 right now, the shots.
Well, Laiut not having too much work early in the hockey game, and one of the few times that he had to make a good save late in this period.
No rebounds. I think that's part of it, too. It's down over the line. Now comes Duguay racing again in alone. But this time Mattsson was out to get to it first. Banding on it inside the line was Bork. It's out at center ice. Kiel-Ammerman. For Goring. Goring to Hartsburg. Hartsburg. Geeney. Geeney scoring. Goring over the line. Offside as Geeney stepped in too quickly on the left side. And 5:01 left. 3-point men in the game and multi-goal men are Bossy with 2 along with Gretzky. They each have 2 goals and 1 assist. Gillies with a goal and 2 assists. Lafleur with 3 assists in the game. That's been a harvest here tonight for Team Canada. Geeney racing after it. Mattsson away out of his net. Nearly cleared it right onto Geeney's stick. Puck is cleared back in again. Here comes Goring. He is hit by Geeney himself as he tried to bust through the defense. Now it's Leoninen. Leoninen to Goring. Goring to Geeney. Geeney chips it over there for the shot taken by Duguay. Geeney now circling. Geeney. Duguay out in front. Geeney again, but he took a whack at a bouncing puck, and we're going to have penalties handed out for interference. And I think 2 players are going, both Goring and also Juha Wikari. 9-0 the score. Canada leading. Canada Cup-81 will continue in a moment. 4 skaters against 4 here as Team Canada and Finland play a man short on the face-off. Ketula back in his own zone. He gets the return pass. Now leaves it for Nummelen. Nummelen around the boards. Here comes Jalonen. Jalonen at center ice. Cleared ahead past Ketula. Deep inside Team Canada territory. Flipped into the corner. And here's Gretzky to Lafleur. Lafleur at center ice with some room now. Lafleur dropping it back to back feeding it across ice for Gretzky. Gretzky behind the net. Watch for Lafleur as he cuts into the slot. Comes right back to the point. Potvin shot is a high one and it's taken off the chest protector Marcus Mattsson, and he holds on. That's the 40th shot on goal for Canada.
Well, Gretzky again from behind the net, always passing that puck. That's what he does so well. Passes the puck between the legs of the defender. Potvin moving in, the shot a little high. Mattsson thinks he has to have a bulletproof vest in there to stop all those shots, and I'm sure he's going to sleep well tonight with all the work that he's had. But that's what Wayne Gretzky does so well. Comes from behind the net, and when anybody turns to look where the puck is, that's the time that he just puts the puck between their legs to the open man.
Potvin couldn't knock it down at the point from the face-off. Potvin going back into his own end along with Curry. Potvin's got it. Curry's pinning him against the boards, and it'll be held there this time for face-off in Team Canada territory with 3:40 left. Denny Potvin, who has been bothered by a groin pull, which has hurt him since the Stanley Cup playoffs of last year, named an alternating captain for Team Canada. The captains in alternate games will be Potvin and Bob Geeney. Correction, Bob Geeney is the alternate captain. The alternating captains will be Potvin and Larry Robinson. Siltanen behind his own net, number 4. Ahead for Heichmann. Hagman at center ice. Shoots it off a leg. There's Gretzky, chopping it right back into his own zone, and Canada controls it. Potvin puts it off the boards for Bossy. Bossy to Potvin. Potvin over the line. Potvin faking, back pass over for Gretzky. Gretzky in front. Quick shot, hits the crossbar. Now cutting away with it. Here's a shot by Potvin, another one of his bullets, and he let that good wrist shot go, but it was blocked by Marcus Matson. Over to the far side, Robinson cruising in, feeds it in front. Gretzky deflected it right into Matson. Now in the corner. Finland, the pass. Siltanen, number 4. Siltanen. At center ice, Hagman, he's knocked away from the puck. Lafleur, the far side. Down over the line they come. Dion trying to get it to Lafleur. Finland coming right back out again. Siltanen, he can't get past the checking. Swinging back is Ratsukallio. Straight up ice. Leinonen. He's checked from behind. Lafleur all over the ice on this shift. Lafleur inside his own blue line. Around behind the net. Robinson working his way out on the left side. Cleared that pass intended for Perreault. 2 minutes remaining in the game now as the puck is in over the line. A wrist shot taken by Jukka Porvahi. And it's out at center ice. Kielainen over the line. Porvahi working to the boards. He is hit by Robinson. Perreault shoveling it into the corner on the far side. Racing after it is Engblom along with Kielainen. Now, again, Team Canada. Robinson shoveling it back. Middleton on that pass from Engblom. Middleton at center ice. Middleton working to the line. Middleton trying to circle the defense. Middleton cutting it out and circling and feeding it out in front, intended for Zion. And coming right back is Porvahi for Finland. Porvahi circling the defense, gets in front, and Lιut goes down and hangs, blocks it and leaves it there for Hartsburg. Dion can't get loose. Canada getting a little sloppy as Porvahi clears it out in front, and there's Lιut again. He's working hard to save the shutout with 57 seconds remaining. At center ice, Kielainen with a long shot. And there's Lιut leaving it for Hartsburg. Hartsburg ahead, Gillies at center ice now, leading the rush with Middleton. Middleton gets the pass, and it's poked away from him, and Kettula with 40 seconds remaining. Over the line, Kettula working for the net. His shot is deflected wide. On the far side, Middleton. Starting out is Trottier. Trottier at center ice shooting it in. 27 seconds remaining. In against the boards now, Finland. Out to center ice. There's Kettula. Kettula forced to circle back with 17 seconds left. Kettula ahead. Knocking it down is Yavinin. Over the line, Gainey. Gainey pokes it out. 7 seconds. Offside. And the face-off will be outside the Team Canada blue line. With 3 seconds left, Canada leading 9-0. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. Well, they dropped the puck, and the game is over, and Team Canada congratulates Mike Lιut for a shutout here. Not what you'd call, as Ken Dryden used to say, a working man shutout, but he made the saves when he had to, and Canada very impressive in its debut here in Canada Cup 1981.
Very powerful, very, very powerful offensively, very, very solid defensively, and perhaps in the last 2 minutes of the hockey game, Mike Lιut was forced to come up with perhaps his most sparkling save. Twice on Porvahi, who really tried to break that goose egg. But no matter how you read it, a shutout is a shutout. They all look the same in the box score. And he did a workmanlike effort here today, but there was no question about the better club here tonight and taking over in the second period, Team Canada.